today we're going to be breaking down this monstrosity. Not really sure what it is. Power supply, possibly, because it's got all these heat sinks on it. Massive heat sinks. But we're going to dive into it and see what we get. Let me see if I can find a good angle. Let's dive in. Definitely gonna need a Phillips. Let's make sure we got everything set up here. Got all our bits here. Yep, we're ready. So, let's find some screws to screw off. Right away I can tell these screws are steel, which makes things a little easier. I guess we're gonna have to attack it from the sides because that didn't do anything. Start on this side. See if we can open her up. I'm expecting some circuit boards in here. I can already see some nice ports, gold pins, and of course this came from the mobile MRI place. And there are lots of these, probably 20 to 30 of these that I could see. Alright, looks like a big power supply, double-sided. So, let's see. Gosh, this thing's heavy. Get all these screws off. These might be stainless or brass because they're not sticking to my bit. That one's stripped. Gotta be careful not to strip them out. Turn the torque down. One is unfortunately stripped out. That's not good. See if that did anything for us. No, not yet. It's gonna split in half soon. Very soon. She's wanting to open up. We need to set it back down and flip it up. Let's get all these screws out of the way. We'll check those in a minute. That's a heck of a power supply right there, buddy. Double-sided. Potentially some good stuff in here. I see a bunch of chips. Yeah, power boards. Some kind of peripheral board, I guess. Lots of stuff. Super heavy. Come on. Come on, phone. Cooperate. I need a phone holder. Okay. Now what? How do you come off? I want to get this off if I can. Easier said than done. Big extension. It's really on there. So let's just start unhooking some wires if we can. snippers really are dull or loose, one or the other. See if these work. No, those don't work. These do have a lifetime warranty, and I've never had such a big issue with these as I do lately. I still recommend them. Craftsman aviation snips. Man, they really don't want to cut today. What is up with that? I guess I've been cutting stuff that's a little too thick. Loosened everything up. Let's try to figure out why we're not cutting. We'll have to come back to that. Fix them later. I'm just not cutting. And I do not like that, because these things always cut. Need a smaller Phillips. That's better. Oh, come on. Don't you love when your drill bits just disappear in front of your eyes? I do. I love it. Huh. Where did you go, Phillips? Oh well. We'll work with what we got. That one's down in the corner. I need to figure out how to get this off. I need to bend it. And it doesn't want to. See if we can access it through this hole. Of course not. Of course not. This one's gonna need a little persuasion. It's not working. Hammer time. It's not working. Okay. There's my Phillips. Okay. First board out. Yay. Second. Third. Fourth. transformers. Yeah. Sure. Come on. Grab your iPad. No. She loves playing the in and out game. Let's go in, let's go out, let's go in, let's go out. All the time. There we go, now we got that one off. Now this one. Now. Hold on. Okay. I got that. Nice. 4 screws and this heatsink is off. Come on, right? Look at that massive heatsink. Alright, now we're on the other side. A little less fancy on this side, but nonetheless, we're going to take it off. Let's shorten this. Take that off with a nut driver. Thought there was a small power supply underneath this little sheath, but it's actually 2 transformers. These are the ferrite ones that will break apart really easily for us. I've got a whole pile of these. We'll do another video on those. Good copper in there, and it's the that type of copper sheet instead of copper wire. That stuff adds up real quick. Super easy to break down too. What I like about it. And you can clean it up and get a better price. These off. All the screws out. All the boards off. And let's clean this up. Get all these screws out. Find my Phillips head number 1 again. This. Don't lose the 2. Take this MOSFET off. Peel all this crap off. And I believe we are clean. These are nothing special, just trash. All that thermal paste all over it. It's getting all over me. Alright, cool. So we got 2 massive aluminum heat sinks. That's nice. Let's check out these boards real quick. Well, let's figure out what these screws are. Let's pick up all the steel screws, sort through them really fast. It won't take long. Put them in our little holder here. And then let's figure out what these other screws are real quick. My file. I believe they're stainless just by the way they feel. Yeah. Those are stainless, they're not brass. Let's grab the other side. You can tell by scratching it most times if it's going to be copper or brass or stainless. So we'll collect all those, put them in our stainless bucket, since they have no magnetic attraction at all. Some stainless will be attracted to a magnet, but very slight. But I only hold on to the stuff that doesn't pull to a magnet at all, because the scrapyard likes to be funny about it. Even though it's marked, like something will be marked stainless clearly, if it sticks to a magnet they won't take it as stainless. Kind of stupid. Kind of stupid. Alright, let's check out these boards. This is just going to go as a power board, even though it's got these gold pins. I might try to take those off because I don't want to give away free gold pins. We'll take off these brass washers. And other than that, that one's just going to go as a low-grade power board. And then on these, I've got all these copper MOSFETs on them. You can just bend them off. Or if you want to do it a little quicker, you can just cut them off. I'll put these in my number 2 copper. I keep them separate because some yards don't like to pay for them. They don't think there's any value in them, but I mean, they're number 2 copper with the plastic on it. So somebody's going to take it as number 2 copper, and I'm just going to keep it as a rainy day fund. They add up. They're nice and heavy. You get big ones, small ones, medium-sized ones, but yeah, these will add up. You put it in a number 2 copper bucket. So this is just a low-grade board. Same here, we got more of these. Get the screws out. Come on. Let's make another vessel for us. Yeah, I don't want to leave these on the board because they bring a whole lot more than a low grade board price. As number 2 copper. Okay. This one, let me see if I got one. I'm gonna pull these little transformers off and put that in the electric motor bin. One and a smaller one. This one's got a bunch of little IC chips on it, so this will probably go as a peripheral board. Not a high grade one. I mean, it's got some gold pins on it. It's got all those IC chips, but we'll put that with our peripheral boards. Now this one's interesting, because it's got some nice gold pins. Let's see what's under this housing here. Any surprises? There's an EEPROM, a bunch of other chips, but hey, look at this chip right there. See that? That's a gold cap IC. I'm gonna pull that one off. That one's definitely gonna have gold in it if it's a gold capped. That's nice. There's only one of those. So I'm assuming this is a decent board if it has one of those, because you don't come across those too often. So I'm gonna take off one of these other ICs and see if there's any visible gold in these. Sometimes it's hard to tell if there's any visible gold. I see copper, but I don't see any gold. So we'll recover that nice gold chip on there. Pretty small one, but hey. And we'll get that EEPROM off there. They just pry right off because they fit right in the slot. We'll drop it in that bucket. And yeah, we'll come back and recover that. I'll get this big giant crystal oscillator. Those add up. Have some silver in them. Other than that, I'm going to send that board off as a peripheral board. Probably mid-grade peripheral, low-grade peripheral, whatever it's called. We got more of these, So anyway, that's it. Other than these two, we'll have to get those off. But overall, that was pretty cool breakdown. Massive power supply. We got one of the transformers broke down yesterday. It took about 30-45 minutes with a Sawzall. Look at that beautiful coil. There's probably 50 pounds of copper that came off of that one, and that's one of the smaller sized ones. This is the same as this, and I've got 1, 2, 3 more of those, so that's about 150 pounds of copper just between those three. And then we've got the bigger ones. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those, well, 4 of those. That one's kind of a middle size compared to the other two. And then we got this weird looking one. This one's going to be interesting because it's got that copper sheet in it. These other ones have, let's see, these other ones have copper wire and the, I don't know what you call those, but they're like flat copper pieces, big chunky, flat. I guess it's just a big glorified wire, but man, that stuff's adding up quick. Just one of them has 50 pounds in it. Pretty sure these are all copper. I tested them when I picked them up. You don't come across a lot of copper ones anymore. These have been sitting back there for probably 20 years or more. Just look at the shape they're in. I mean, you can tell they've been sitting there a while, but we got more to pick up. A whole lot more where that came from. That's just some of the transformers they have there. I'm sure there's bigger ones and probably twice as much somewhere else. We got all size transformers. So we're gonna do the big ones first, obviously. And then if we feel like it, we'll come to the smaller ones and recover all that copper as well. So let's get started. We are just getting started. But I appreciate y'all coming by and checking out that breakdown. We'll have a breakdown of these transformers coming shortly. Stay tuned.